magic happens.
Oops, sorry.
So I'm Andy Firkinoff.
Hi, my name is Luke Firkinoff.
My name is Laura Hutt. I'm one of the owners here at Eastside Glass.
My family started Eastside Glass in 1953.
As legend goes, there was a giant hailstorm in St. Cloud, big, that just smashed everything. And there's a cool story he told me before he passed is they had the hailstorm. They all came into work because, you know, back then they had to be where the phone was. And the phone didn't ring. And they're like, oh, but the next day they came in and it rang off the hook. And so we're here today because of that, more or less.
You know, when I'm digging into old storefronts, which is kind of fun, and because some of it is stuff that my grandpa or my dad put in. I was out at St. John's a few weeks ago and there was a file for it from 1984, some windows rehabbed. I found the drawing Dad did and Grandpa's old writing, you know, so it's fun to dig through archives and literally using them to improve and deal with what's going on today.
Back then, when they would do buildings and storefronts, it was kind of show up on the job, cut the metal to size, cut the glass to size, install as you go, kind of built to go, where it's a little different here now where everything is kind of, the frames are pre-made, the glass is pre-made, and you go and you put it in.
There's a lot of, regulations and codes now as far as, insulating factors and different things to keep buildings working more efficiently.
You know, obviously from single pane to insulated glass, and I know Grandpa, was a huge part of making that happen in this area.
A lot of the new window manufacturers, they're coming out with different types of glass all the time, so we have to stay on top of that. If somebody's window breaks, you can't just replace it with whatever. You have to figure out what type of glass they need, what tint it is, what low E it is, how energy efficient it is. So there's just a lot of variables when it comes to figuring out how to repair something back to what it was. What hasn't changed is, our family owns the business and we're family oriented, which is really nice.
It's the relationships, and it's neat because we are a third generation, and so we still get, it hasn't happened in a while, but we'll ask for my Grandpa Jim, and not know, and people will come in, hey, my parents use you guys, or my grandparents use you guys, or we remember your old shop on the east side. That's what's the coolest part for me, is just that kind of that history. And
a lot of times homeowners are coming in, let's say they're prepping to sell a house or something, so we can help you get that house looking better, more, replacing screens, replacing glass, bathroom improvements. Going above and beyond for our customers is something that to me is just second nature. I mean, we're starting things with a conversation a lot of times, but then going to the site, looking at what people have,
looking at their problem, looking at what they need, coming up with a common sense solution. And sometimes that solution might not be us.
Making sure that we're helping people, and it's not always about making a dollar, it's about helping the community as well.
Everyone comes every day ready for anything. I think everyone knows this isn't a cookie cutter type job, although you're doing a lot of the same tasks, but being flexible and being willing to work with people that maybe sometimes don't know what they're really even looking at or dealing with.
You never know what you're going to get day to day. It's just managing the different crazy phone calls you get, and you never know what you're going to pick up and receive on the other end.
So a lot of times people call up and say, hey, I have a broken window. Can you replace the whole window? Well, no, you can save your window. If we can just replace the glass, it's going to be a lot easier, a lot less expensive. And so I think just, educating and helping them, in those type of ways goes a lot way.
So I believe our legacy here at Eastside Glass is kind of having an unbreakable bond with the community and being that go-to name. I mean, are we going to always be the exact place for somebody? No. But I think in the long run, 72 years in business coming up says a lot. And there's not many third generation businesses that are still around. The odds are against you, and I hope to continue that into the fourth generation and make our legacy grow even further.